David Hasselhoff's ex-wife, Pamela Bach, suffered from extreme physical pain for decades before shock suicide at age 62, according to one of her longtime friends. Terry Ahern, who served as the late actress representative for several years, told people that Bach was plagued by the aftermath of her 2003 motorcycle crash, which left her hospitalized with a broken neck and back. The freak accident occurred while she was seated behind her then-husband David, who lost control and hit a sidewalk curb. While he was thrown into a light pole after the wreck, Bach fell onto the shoulder of the road. Ahern recalled how Bach spent months in intensive care with crushed bones from the accident. That plagued her, the arthritis from it, Ahern said. Because that stuff catches up to you when you get older. Injuries that are from earlier, arthritis sets in. Pam's body was ravaged from arthritis caused by the accident. It continued to spread and wreak havoc. Ahern also described his late friend as the kindest person you'd ever meet, and last person in the world he would think would die by suicide. It's a shock, he admitted. She was just saying how she was just over the moon being a grandmother. Over the moon. She was so excited. Ahern went on to tell the outlet, "The sad thing is, when you love somebody and you know them and this happens, the first thing you think about is, they had all that built up inside, and I couldn't see it. I mean, that must be so horrible to be walking around with that." Pamela stood for kindness, sweetness, and love, plain and simple. She loved animals and people and cherished her family, he continued. If you needed help, she was the first to respond. Her big smile and laugh will forever leave an impression on our hearts. In 2007, the mother of two told the Irish Examiner she couldn't walk for a year and was in a wheelchair following her motorcycle accident. "They told me I'd never walk again. During that whole year, he took me out only twice, once to a Celine Dion concert and once to a basketball game. He let the housekeeper take care of me," she recalled back in 2007. In David Hasselhoff's 2007 memoir, Making Waves, the autobiography, wrote that he tried not to pass out when he saw Bach lying beside the road, with a bone sticking out of her wrist. Several ribs had been cracked, and every bone beneath her left knee broken. "While I couldn't blame myself for the accident, it was painful for me to see the agony that Pamela was in," he wrote. "She received the best medical attention that money could buy, but she still had to endure several operations and months of treatment. I was there for her physically and emotionally at every appointment, every operation. When we got her home, she was frustrated with the slowness of her recovery. I was frustrated with not working, and the situation had a damaging effect on our marriage. Instead of bringing us closer together, it drove us apart."